Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's your boy, yours truly, Ricky T. Anthony, training with Pryd, Pryd. Predators rule your domain, and Muscle Central Television. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur to all those who it applies to. You know, it's a new year, and it's funny that the Olympia came around the new year. Go figure. And everybody's atoned, repented, and it's time to move on. So let's move on to the 212. Yes, sir. Here's what I got. Let's go with number 5. I think the 212 class was very interesting this year. Very interesting. And unlike the men's physique that had a new champion, the lineup was very interesting, though. So let's go. Jose Raymond, number 5. As good as he could be. That's what I can say for him. He was as good as he could be. Jose brought what Jose brings. He had his usual structural flaws. You can't really change those. But Jose brought the best he could bring at this point. And I think maybe because he was saying this is his last show, you know, sometimes in the back of your mind, you don't really pull that trigger. You don't really push it as hard as you should. Look at in every sport where every guy says, well, you know, this is going to be my last year. How many wins the Super Bowl like Ray Lewis in their last year? How many wins the Super Bowl like Michael Strahan in their last year? How many wins the Super Bowl like Elway in his last year, announcing it prior? You know, there's very, very few. So I think that might have been part of it, that he didn't really pull the trigger like he wanted to. But being in 5th place is very admirable. Congrats to Jose for that. Ahmad Ashkenani. He was supposedly the heir apparent. However, he was big as hell. He was huge. But he was lacking. He was lacking condition. I think he made the same mistake in a way that Ramy made. I mean, he was big, he was full, he was hard. The knock on him is his legs. His legs are a little off. They were still a little off. And he wasn't as hard and conditioned as he normally was. So, unfortunately, 4th place is the best he could get. I mean, structure-wise, I mean, he still looked freaky. He still looked great. But, like I said, conditioning-wise, he was a bit lacking. 3rd place, Kamal Al-Ghani. This guy impressed me. He impressed me a lot. He was tiny compared to the other guys. Yeah, he was small, but he was super conditioned. He had great shape. He needs more size, maybe some more a little bit in the legs and the back, but he was super conditioned, super shredded, and he had a nice flow to his physique. You're always going to hear me talking about the flow. He had a great flow to his physique. I might have placed him in 2nd. But just like the rest of you guys, I saw it on the TV, on the computer, etc. I wasn't there live, but this is my assessment from my Monday morning quarterbacking. Derek Lunsford, very good, but I think Al-Ghani was better. Lunsford has made a lot of improvements since he turned pro, but I do think Al-Ghani was a bit better. Hey, the judges liked him. Maybe he is someone that the industry is trying to push. I don't know. Who knows? Conspiracy theorists, tell me what you think. And of course, in number 1, James Flex Lewis. What can you say? It's James Flex Lewis. What can you say? He brings it every time. What can you say? All I can say is he's ready to move on to the open class. I'd say a year. Let his body does what it needs to do. Let his body fill out as it naturally should. And maybe we'll see in 2019, maybe 2020, what he brings to the table. But I heard Sean Ray say something, and I agree. Don't go too wild and too left field. Sean Ray says he should stay where he is. I disagree with that, but I say you should measure it. Okay, you competed at 212. don't get any bigger than 225 for the open. You should maybe make your first appearance at 220 in the first show. And learn to get your body conditioned, striated, ripped hard, everything else gnarly at that weight. And once you can nail that on the head with that weight, then you can move to 225. Get your body to 225 and see how it handles that. And hope you don't lose those lines, those flows, all that craziness to your physique that makes you who you are. Anyway, that's what it is. That's all I got. Ricky T. Anthony, and I'm out.